Alright, here we go. So yeah. Gotta make sure the stream is live, gotta make sure I can see your comments. And we'll get right to it. Yeah. Here we go, here we go. Okay, yeah. So, welcome to the Insurgency Sandstorm stream. And it's kind of a new sort of format. So as I mentioned in the community post, there's a whole bunch of games I covered that I really enjoyed, like really awesome games, and you know, I kind of want to revisit them on the channel, but there's no format for it that would be quite relevant. So I figured, why not do something like this, you know? So as I mentioned, big backlog of awesome games that I want to revisit, and yeah, just see how it is doing, if it's gotten a bunch of updates, and even if it hasn't, if it's gonna be like some very much older game, just you know, revisit for the heck of it. And we'll begin with a really good one, Insurgency Sandstorm, one I absolutely love. The videos are great on the channel, and yeah, it is a fantastic game, and I played a little bit earlier today and still holds up very well. So yeah, let's get right to it and see what's there once again. Alright, hi to everyone in the chat. Yeah, so let's see whether the bullet wounds work. And yeah, I'm going with a proper Mujahideen. You know, you can't have some fancy AK, it's gotta be like iron sights. The fanciness extends to the extended mag and the foregrip. That's gonna be the extent of it. Hey Beavis, awesome seeing you as always, man. Yeah, so let's see the state of the bullet wound decals, if there are any. And any upcoming games with great cores, so yeah. We have Operator coming soon. So I had a chance to play the preview version for the interview. It is quite cool. Early access should be out either at the end of this month or sometime early next month. It's a cool game. And yeah, I gotta check what else. And let's see the claims about blood vanishing, wounds disappearing and all of that. Let's check it out. And full auto spray some kufars. Here we go. So, show me the wounds. Do I have wounds? Do I have wounds? Nothing on the face. Oh yeah, well, should have cleared it out before testing the gore stuff. But I have seen wounds earlier today, so that's weird. So I will say R&D actually have no objections to lack of new content, actually. I think most games are way too bloated nowadays, trying to add new content, trying to add stuff where it doesn't belong, you know, for the sake of keeping people entertained. In my opinion, if you have a solid gameplay, which this game does, if you have cool locations, which this game very much does, what else do you need, man? Like, this is a fun gameplay loop. I have like way over 100 hours in this, and I have enjoyed pretty much every moment of it. I'm actually not a fan of the various bloat game devs add to keep the people more engaged. I actually really actively dislike it. One example of that is Killing 4, and hey, yeah, we do have wounds. We do have wounds. Yeah, the same ones we had before. Yep. Once again, gotta clear the damn building before I shoot people. Before I check the gore. Yeah. It's a lesson for the next one, so yeah. In my opinion, the... Yeah, like I have no... So you have like basically kind of a... so to say, government military force on the security side. You have the insurgents. I mean, I really have no issue with the amount of guns, seriously. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be doing a revisiting video on Battlefield 2. And one of the things I'll be mentioning there is actually a lot of the modern bloat that it doesn't have, as being one of the things that really make it good, actually. Because as I mentioned, modern games have loads of bloat, just lots of it. Hey, double kill. Haven't even seen the second guy. And thank you. So bloody kind of you. Let's see, do we have like... So for example, Exenema, another game I'm gonna be streaming. Basically, you know, I spend so much time in arena mode, it's ridiculous. And it's fantastic, like seriously. I'm not even gonna be touching the campaign, because the arena mode is just so fun. Simple, straightforward combat. The combat is great, like... Ooh yeah, so the ragdolls feel very nice. Although I think I should up the game audio. It's kind of too quiet, actually. So we have some ear-destroying games. Not this one, so it seems. Yeah, you know, I'm not the best player, absolutely, R&D. I'm never claimed to be a particularly great player. I'm just having fun, doing the commentary, spreading the ideas around. So yeah. Expert tier gameplay is not a thing I've ever been advertising the channel about. So yeah, no offense taken. Like, there are games I died so many times now, and there are games where you die a lot and you still have fun every bloody moment of it. Yeah, so there's some guys right there. Down you go, down you go. Whoops. Hey Marco, yes, so I have actually seen it. There is a pretty, let's say, populated mod.io page for it, and yeah, I will be checking it out, actually. I don't think there's any mod for the response mechanics, but... nonetheless, there should be interesting mods there, absolutely, so... yeah, just gotta go over the mod.io page and see what there looks appealing. Might even be worth making a video, to be honest. Not Gore stuff, just what's interesting there. And then, by the way, the handshot just drop like sack of potatoes. So cool, so cool. Korshko Project Reality, yeah, of course. I think it's basically the game that is the precursor to Squad. I think, right? And yeah, some of my friends are big fans of it. Not hugely into it, but I can get the appeal. Do I have anything here? Do I have... What am I seeing up here? Okay, yeah. Just gotta make sure not to burn myself or this... No, get away, get away! Oh well. And it's gonna be dismembered now. Alright, let's... I'm waiting for it to explode. Yes! You know, totally worth it. No regrets. No. No regrets whatsoever, and I wanna see the aftermath of that. Oh yeah, I did cover the hair. As I mentioned on the previous stream, so, you know, not very much of a selfie guy, and you know, I was kind of like always, it's kind of great, whatever, you know. And then I have the Then I have the daylight video shooting for Illusion of Control, and I see the video from the sun and think, okay, yeah, that's too much. Oh yeah, like, I will say mine was becoming grey, so the first time I heard the remark about did you have grey hairs was when I was 13. I kid you not, like, in 13, some kids in middle school, hey, did you have a grey hair? I'm like, fuck off. And apparently, yeah, I did have a grey hair. Right, well, anyway, where's the aftermath? Enough of the grey hair talk. Yeah, I think it got just obliterated. I think it just got obliterated. So yeah. Anyway, awesome game and held up beautifully. Don't think anything that really ruined it. You know, Romagno, I haven't burned too many people in this game, believe it or not, like. I actually haven't. So, you know, I would try doing that, and yeah, let's see if I can do it, actually, if I can find some poor lad to try that out on. New Tarkov stuff, yeah, I actually haven't heard of... Yeah, I haven't heard of it. So Marco, can you like make a bit of a summary of what was there? Yeah, I think the Gore improvements we'll be seeing in, what's it called? In SP Tarkov, actually. And the end, you know what? I absolutely love SP Tarkov and I'm gonna be streaming that one as well. It's basically Tarkov without the grind. You can give yourself like as many millions of rubles if you want. And just have at least decent gear for every run. You can have your scavs just to respawn immediately. So it's basically Tarkov without the non-fun stuff. Of course, without the intensity of the player engagements. But you know, if you don't have time for all that grind again, if you don't want to put the bloody watch again in that bloody truck and do all of those really bad quests, like guys, it's a great game. Like I absolutely love the shooting mechanics. I love a lot about it, but the quests are legitimately just... they suck. Sorry about that, but they suck. So, SP Tarkov is just Tarkov without the suck, in my opinion. Anyway, let's see what else is being said here. OD1, is it possible to top Dead Island 2 Gore? Yeah, absolutely, eventually, yes. Not gonna be easy. Not gonna be easy at all, but yeah, I think it is possible. Like, multiplayer damage used to be some incredibly complex thing, and now you can basically do it with painting. If you haven't seen the Half-Sword stream, the Half-Sword interview, the second one, their tech artist is actually talking about it pretty in depth. So what used to be like a massively fancy feature, and still is a very cool feature, is now much more accessible to indie devs. So I do believe that someday, maybe in like 5-10 years perhaps, well, 10 years is probably gonna be... Hey, look at that, some fruit gore, yeah guys, fruit gore! I probably wanna stay out of this one. So anyway, so my prediction is in about 5 to 10 years, probably closer to the 10-year mark, to basically be very much possible, and you know, you will just have assets to make it much easier than it currently is now. Will every game have it? Absolutely not, but games that will want to include such an advanced system, I believe will be able to have it. and customize it using assets and just their own creativity, I think. So that would be my prediction, and whether it holds up, we'll see. Oof. Ah, I forgot to burn him. Yeah, I forgot to burn him. That is a problem. Nonetheless, cool stuff. So I think maybe heads don't have wounds now. I'll check it after the... Hey, we still have the naked limbs. That wasn't changed. Hello, the great Soviet Union. That's the username I haven't seen on the channel. Alright, so yeah, let's check if faces who have wounds. Okay, so the clothes part does. And yeah, I am seeing like some red around his eyes. He has some eye issues. So we do have face wounds. Maybe something glitched out when I tried the last time. Alright, let's see. Revive Condemned. Oh yeah. You know what? I haven't played much of Condemned, but I think that a spiritual successor of a gritty game, you know, of a gritty, dark game based on brutal melee combat, man, that would be so cool. Just familiar with the key concept, and that's enough to make me want it. Of course, in the big focus on the atmosphere. Atmosphere really matters. Yeah, antimatter closing down. That is, yeah, that's really depressing. First of all, Rising Storm 2 is really enjoyable. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna be making a video on the Black Orchestra mode. I need to get to it, hopefully next week, maybe in 2 weeks. I haven't forgotten that one. And yeah, I was actually very much looking forward to both the IGI remake and of course 83. I have made an upcoming Gore video on 83 and I was very much hyped for it. And yeah, like, so that's very depressing, and basically the lesson is, if you have a good indie studio, if you have at all the option to not sell it out to investors, please don't sell it out to investors. But yeah, of course, easy for me to say, but if you have the option to not sell out to investors, please, please don't sell out to investors. Is the key message of this stream, perhaps. Hello Nexus Nvidia, hello Caesar. Yeah, 83 probably isn't happening, and that is depressing. That's depressing. Oh, we have a sneaky boy here. Am I right? You a sneaky boy? Was it a friendly or? Destruction game, tear down or just cause? Oh, dude. There's a reason I haven't covered Just Cause, and I probably won't cover it. Because it's probably gonna be the most negative destruction video I ever made. So if you want the equivalent of blood puffs going into nowhere and generic overlays on character, but the equivalent of those in destruction, that's freaking Just Cause. So you have beautiful explosions, you have basically a clean state going into perhaps damaged and destroyed state, and many destructibles. So the so-called destruction there is very poor. Just very poor. It's all basically flashy fluff and very little substance. So the destruction equivalent of blood buffs and trails going into nowhere and generic overlays on characters and just limp, weightless ragdolls. Alright, let's see what else you guys are saying. So Caesar, it's basically both. We are checking out the gameplay and of course seeing the response mechanics as well, because that's what the channel is about. I mean, you know, if you want the analysis of the Gore stuff out there, I have 2 videos on it. 3 if you include the... what's called the demonstration. And 4 if you include the mass Gore. That was a fun video. So this one is mainly about everything really. But primarily gameplay, there's no new Gore stuff that I'm seeing. And thankfully no downgrades, got a GTFO. Now I'm playing just local. So Noah, as for the rest of us too, if they happen to release it on PC as well, like absolutely I'm gonna cover it. Might even do a full-on analysis of it. From what I'm seeing, it's mostly very similar to The Last of Us 1, but hey. That's okay, like a very cool experience. There are some things where it tops The Last of Us Part 1 remake, so yeah. If it ever comes to PC, and I hope it does, I will very much cover it. As for unrecorded, it has been suggested. I have looked into it and wasn't into it for whatever reason. I don't remember enough about this game to remember why. But yeah, I wasn't impressed by something. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, practically every suggestion that comes up, I am checking it out. Actually, earlier today I got a suggestion for a Crisis Gore mod, new one, called Maximum Brutality. I will be checking that one out. I'm a huge fan of Crisis, and the more Gore the merrier, so yeah. I'm very much looking forward to checking it out. Should be good. Any reason to revisit Crisis is a good thing. Okay, I think all my teammates are down. Just me alone and a whole bunch of... Here we go. One down. Second one down. Do I have any nades? Alright, did I get anyone here? Let's see. Ah, unrecorded, yeah. Damn it, yeah, unrecorded. It's the... Yeah, we're talking about the bodycam style game. Yeah, right, yes. The bodycam style game. I got it confused with something else. I think there was something named similarly. But yeah. Yeah, my mistake. I actually even sent out a interview invitation to the death of unrecorded, so yeah, my mistake about that one. Essentially, I just hope it's gonna be like solid basic response, as I mentioned in the video I made. How to have a great experience without going for extreme gore. And if they can go for anything a little beyond, that of course is always gonna be welcomed. Hope I got someone. That was cool. That had to be done, absolutely. So the reason I'm not a fan of Gmod is because there's not how to do their gameplay wise, basically. It's... Whoops. Let's see what happens to him. Yeah, so not how to do their gameplay wise. How many times can you replay the Half-Life 2 campaign in a game that isn't a great fit for it? The missions for it are quite janky, understandably, like, not blaming anyone. And any server you want to go to has to download like 5 gigs of fucking bloat. Pardon my French. So I just wanted to play some Trouble in Terrorist Town, and every server just has tons of, I think, bloat. So I'm basically alive right now by just pure luck. Should have been dead. Now where is he? There's one guy here somewhere. Yeah, there is. There is. Say what you will, the AI is actually quite decent. Yeah, like, so as for Gmod, I think the Gore mods are more fun than the game itself, to be honest. But yeah, it is essentially a sandbox based on a very old engine, so not a complaint, just kind of a statement of fact, I suppose. There is a guy here somewhere. There we go. Oh! Damn it, like I was a few seconds away. And we can still reclaim it. Hopefully. It was a few freaking seconds away. Alright. Gonna go for a different map. But on the 3 direction it has been taken lately. What direction? Basically just... Yeah, like, seriously asking. Not entirely sure, yeah. Ministry, checkpoint security, As you can see, like, that's what I'm playing. Basically, if I like just play for fun, it's gonna be either just local play, or I'm just gonna go on co-op mode, hardcore co-op. So yeah, not terribly aware of the changes. We actually do wanna go for the tactical guy with the Tavor. Yeah, absolutely love the Tavor. Very cool rifle. Didn't have a chance to shoot. I do wanna shoot someday. But I will say I'm really not a fan of the new added characters they're having. Like, I think it basically should be just, you know, like regular military grunts, regular insurgents, and not the weird ninja guys I've seen posted on Twitter. Beyond that, any changes beyond that, I'm not really seeing. Like, the Gore still here. Body footprint. So the Gore is still here. The gunplay still is very fun. Oh yeah, Stalker 2, like... You know, for the very least I'll enjoy the atmosphere, as I enjoyed with Stalker 1. Yeah, really like that game. And hopefully the response mechanics will be there. Very much hope so. Because I must say, like, for me, of course, the foundation of the game is the gameplay, the art, the design, the locations, you know. Having locations that you want to visit and revisit over and over again, that's a huge thing, but response mechanics, whether it is gore or destruction, are like the sword. So, for example, we have like... Yeah, now I have to remember that those guys aren't friendlies. I need to try to remember that. You ain't a friendly? So anyway, as I was saying, the foundation, the beef, is the gameplay, the art style, the locations that you want to revisit over and over again. But the response mechanics are the soul. They kind of like, they bring out the taste. They enhance it. Okay, so we have that. What was the question again? Yeah, Stalker 2. Stalker 2 was the question. Ooh. You know, it really just needs like better severed limb models. You know, just some grey bloody clothes. Grey, dirty body clothes would have made a big difference over the naked limbs, because it was pretty impactful, like, just freaking blows up and guy was literally an arm and a leg. And the naked limbs just kind of, yeah, it really wasn't a good call, and particularly the ones with the, you know, how they have, so to say, they have the kind of the wound part at every, what's the word, junction perhaps, so they have kind of like wound at the wrist where it would get cut off, they have one at the elbow, so yeah, just really not a fan of the naked limbs. So anyway, back to Stalker 2. For the very least, I will enjoy it for the atmosphere. Probably for the gameplay, if they're gonna do a good job. Hopefully, good gunplay. Hopefully moddable to be able to tweak some minor annoyances I'll probably have. And hopefully it will have the salt! Hopefully it will have the salt to bring out the taste, to make it all have a stronger impact. That was cool. As for bringing back the old Devil's Courtyard, why? Like, I made the remake to basically just up the production value and do some things I wanted to do about it. That's basically how my vision for the track. I have no intention of bringing back the old, which is essentially a demo version. So in the remake I really wanted to express all of the ideas. So back when I was doing the old demos, I basically was very excited about the track, the ideas, the riffs, so I wanted to have it out as quickly as I can. But now the idea is to really express everything I want to express with every single riff, with every single second of the track that you are hearing. So they take more time to record, but I'm very happy with the results, and since then I have learned a thing or two about audio production. That also plays a role. And actually the concept behind the title Devil's Courtyard is kind of like to kind of what I imagine is kind of like the VIP lounge of hell, like a place where extra nasty things happen, where you have all the VIPs torturing poor souls and stuff. So that idea is entirely fictional, I hope. That's just the concept for the track. And yeah, like, the ragdolls in this game feel very nice. The bullet impacts feel very nice. The first person cam I actually kinda wished was a little bit longer, not just immediately showing you your killer and such. Where's this stairway? Yeah. Yeah guys, so I am playing with just bots. It is a local game. I gotta get a foothold in that to not lose the round. Try again. So yeah, so basically the conclusion so far of this stream, it hasn't been ruined. At least, you know what I'm playing right here, in co-op, in local play. Yeah, it is the great experience that I enjoyed when I was making the review. Slightly enhanced, new guns. I don't think that the Gore was actually... I don't think they had the Tavor in the initial release. I think I would have remembered, I would have probably used it a lot in the review. I am fond of this weapon very much. Yeah, like the impacts feel visceral. Do we still have a stain for every hit? Yes we do, yes we do. Do we? Yes we do, yes we do. Yes we do, yes we do. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna go from the other side. David, I think that the character design actually should be very basic. So you have just regular grunts for the security team, essentially kind of a government force, and you have just, you know, regular dudes as insurgents. So I actually like it very much. Sometimes simple is good. At least in my view. That was a near-death experience. don't know if I'm gonna be getting in one. Yeah, and as for Fallujah, I don't recall really there being an issue about... Also about the enemy design. Need to spend a bit more time on it, but... Yeah, as I mentioned, just regular dudes pick up AK and... get high on cocaine. High is... very, very high. And go shoot the Americans, basically, so... Personally, I didn't have a beef with it. I did have a beef with the very bad ragdoll, like, the ragdoll was really poor in Fallujah, for some reason. It really needs an enhancement of some kind. Easy, easy. Planting the bomb, yes. Oh yeah, so personally I very much enjoyed 6 Days in Fallujah. I'm gonna be playing it again. Might even make a video talking about the gameplay side of it. Has some very cool features. Like as I mentioned in the stream, the level generation was a very big one. Definitely keeps things fresh, and yeah, one I haven't seen in tactical shooters before, and big factor for the experience. I think he lost his head a little bit here. Who else was? Right, as for the Dead Island Gore view, I will say I actually have enjoyed the gameplay in both the first and the second one. Because as I mentioned, for me I basically just need a simple and fun gameplay loop and cool locations, and both games actually have it. So right now we have basically a Left 4 Dead wave of insurgents, and yeah, trying not to get myself burned or shot or exploded. And I did get freaking exploded. Yeah. Cool stuff, cool stuff. So I will say, like, neither game had the most impactful melee I saw in a game, but still, like, just very enjoyable stuff, and the Gore system in the Dead Island 2, yeah, like, it's absolutely phenomenal, like, next level tier stuff. As was mentioned previously, it's gonna take a while to get anywhere near it. But the mess here so far kind of stayed. I think I got most of this Left 4 Dead wave. Yeah, so far only the guns disappearing. Hey, where's your butt pool? Where's your butt pool? That's kind of dramatic. Who else? Yeah, he's planning the bomb. Oh yeah, Callisto was massively disappointing. Apparently they were even hyping up the Gore in Callisto. Yeah, that wasn't true. So, lost some bodies now, huh? Okay, so I did actually set the limit to the bodies to be 50, and now it has exceeded 50, so I think we have an issue here. I don't think he was blown up by the explosion. It was too far from him, and the body count definitely hasn't exceeded 50. Just no way. Then, by the way, like some moments I filmed in streams made it to Gore analysis videos. I think definitely had something that I went to from the stream. I think some of those made it. And what else? What else? Yeah, so if I am streaming a new game, you can be pretty sure you'll be seeing parts of the stream in the video. Most likely. So I was killed somewhere here. Where is this sneaky little bastard? Could be him. What else? What else? What is a gun I very much like? Also, I mean, like, very much like the AR platform, the AK platform. The MP5. So out of all of those I only had a chance to shoot the M16, even a little bit in full auto, dare I say. But nothing else, yeah. The gunnels here are quite ridiculous and they can't even go to shooting range and have some fun. Which, as I mentioned, is bloody ridiculous. When I was 18, I was given the duty of guarding a base with a full auto rifle. But now at 31 I can't have a pistol for some reason. Yeah, so getting up was a very bad idea. Don't do it. I think I probably even took a headshot. At least for my character it was quick. So yeah, I actually have the... Can I showcase my character? Yeah, so I kind of made him look like Fidel Castro. So Fidel here has been shot. Okay, so the ragdolls can be very cool. Just look at that. That's cool stuff. Basically, the reason Manhunt 2 has been banned is entirely just the executions. Like, you can have all the gore you want, but if you have particularly nasty finishing moves, and it's not like fictional Mortal Kombat characters, yeah, you're getting in trouble. So I think entirely because of the finishers on humanoid characters. That's really been the big one for the sensors. Which is ridiculous. All of it is ridiculous. It's not that gory, like I reviewed it. It has some cool things going for it, but it's not... doesn't justify the mess, you know. Wanted to see what the fuss is all about, and not too much substance for the fuss, to be honest. But yeah, but nowadays you have digital distribution. Steam is pretty chill. It probably won't ban your games, so... Yeah, David, I do have to check out that mod. I have heard about it. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Thanks, Chris. All is well. Trying not to get killed in this game and deliver a fun stream. Hopefully I'm succeeding. Though my Fidel Castro-looking character did pay with his life. Several times. Vengeance has been served. That guy too. And that guy too. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the ragdolls being great. Man, they absolutely are. And the wiggles. Yeah, just look at that, we'll have like a wiggle showcase. Even if I die for this, it's gonna be totally worth it. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, as I mentioned, even if I die for this, it's gonna be totally worth it, and it was a cool ragdoll showcase. What of the insurgent and the security guy. Yeah, so Red Orchestra 2 in a full 64 server is absolutely chaotic. You know, here it's manageable. There you can just get killed from 300 meters away by guy with a scope. I actually enjoyed being that guy with a scope. Finding a good position. And just slowly popping everything that is disturbing me. Sometimes just using the muzzle flashes to locate enemies. You can't see the enemy, you see the muzzle flash, you shoot in that direction, and after a while there is no more muzzle flash, so I assume to be successful, maybe just see like a small movement of the silhouette, kind of indicates the guy being dead, and he being no longer moving. So yeah, so Red Orchestra 2, also very much a game for a stream like this, to check out what it is about. Won't be able to do a chill local play, but yeah. Just chaos with players who have been playing it way more than me, and yeah, just have fun. We're getting mortar or something? Should probably take cover. In something. As far as I recall from GTA 4, so we had really... Once again, as I mentioned, the ragdolls being great. It was actually kind of comedic actually. So the eyes, it was really weird. So I have to rewatch it, but the eyes look weird, man. What was that? And I think like some got spawn killed here. I'm hearing screams. Great accidental spawn kill by whoever. And I can't say a bloody thing, and probably wanna go full auto. Where is my bloody backup? Whoa! Almost made it to cover. Right, we are making it, and I think it's my last chance to survive this. So make it count and not let any guy with a bomb turn me into generic Gibbs. Well, do I have a fair bit of mass here actually, just look at that. And he joined the ranks of the mess. Yeah, so a fair bit of mess. Alright, so next up I actually want to do a new map I haven't played before. It's gonna be going almost entirely blind. Not all familiar with the newer map, so Bab is one I think I played it once on some weekend. Gap looks kind of familiar. Yeah, definitely played Hillside. That's right, I think I haven't played Westlight, and what else do we have? Yeah, so Westlight, let's go just Insurgent and have some fun. Oh yeah, I haven't played this map at all. Gonna be going entirely blind. That's gonna be fun. As always, gonna be going with the authentic Mujahideen. You gotta remember, they are the friendlies now, not the security guys. Alright. Yes, for Postscriptum and how that was, both very fun games, but the Gore is so underwhelming, guys. I'm still waiting for my Saving Private Ryan simulator, and none of those games are it. Also not Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, which is a bloody shame because all of those were actually marketed as being gory. And the gore is underwhelming in every single one. So still waiting for my Saving Private Ryan game. Guys, someone please, make it. The ragdolls are... Once again, dead for staring at ragdolls. And once again, totally worth it. I actually think I should be able to possess a bot after dying. It's a local game, why not? Why waste a respawn wave when you could just possess a guy? And if he dies, just respawn everyone. What's the way again? Yeah, so I think that possessing bots should be kind of a must in local game like this. In the SP stuff, alright. As I mentioned before, I haven't played this map ever at all, so I'm kind of going blind here. Entirely fresh experience for me, sorry about that. Yeah, that happens. I hope I get him. I hope I get him. Nope. Do I have a second victim here? Yep. Yep. Do I have any teammates? Nope. Gonna be going here solo and yeah. And the question of where's my teammates? Oh, there. Hey, did the active ragdolls get shorter? Could have sworn they were kind of longer in the past. We're checking that one a bit later. And yeah, we'll be making a Q&A for the occasion of 69k subs. That's gonna be happening. Sometimes the very big bloat buff in this game is kind of helpful. This one has been about like 7 seconds, I think, but yeah. Could have swore the ragdolls used to be like 15 seconds, I think. The active ragdoll stuff. And yeah, it kind of seems to have been shortened. We need to check out in the original video I made on it way back. Oh yeah, but nonetheless, the ragdolls are still very, very cool. Man, just... Well, so far, every time I looked at ragdolls, I have died. I think it's the only time I have looked at ragdolls and haven't died. Well, snowboarding, sorry, but the background music ain't going away at all. Yeah, it's gonna be here. Most people like or don't mind. Some don't. It's okay. It's all good. Next, as I have mentioned in a more in depth, the old version is... Yeah, I think you can find the old version in the description of the new one, actually. I think I have it linked. I haven't like deleted any trace of it, right? So if you like it, yeah, just go ahead and listen. You know what, I'm actually gonna, after the stream, gonna make sure that you can find the link for it in the description of the new one. It's still up, it is unlisted, but yeah, but if you like it, go ahead, like, listen, by all means. I have no objection. There are some demos of bands I like that I find to be quite cool. For example, the Change of Seasons demo by Dream Theater. It's actually like an entirely different version of that song, so I very much dig the Change of Seasons song, and the demo is quite different from the finished recorded version, so it's like you just get two very different variations of the same very cool song. So yeah. The Dream Theater is great, Change of Seasons is great, and basically any song of theirs that is about 18 minutes or above is fantastic. So we have that, we have the Khan of Tuscany, also on the long ones. Octavarium is fantastic. Illumination Theory. And the new one is also kind of cool. I don't recall how it was called. Yeah, Poimer, so Q&A for that occasion is coming soon. I'll be making the announcement and the request for questions on Sunday probably. Do I have a grenade? Just want to see some gore here. And do we have some limbs lost? Hey, where's the freaking limb loss? Do we have more nades? Maybe I can find some on the way. Yeah, so usually when devs add post-launch support, which is often bloat, one of the ways they keep the game running well is nerfing down the Gore. One X is actually quite the opposite, so compared to the door price, buying games on Steam is now more expensive than it used to be. So, quite the opposite. Changing to local currency hasn't helped. So usually for me it's actually better if I don't get a review code, it's actually better to just check out on is there any deals on basically anywhere that sells in dollars or even euros. Like for example I think it was the latest COD. The price was ridiculous. The price for the base game was like $400, and for the fancy edition it was just something obscene. Alright, Spider, so basically as for the instruments, I'm recording all of the bass of the guitars, I do all of the production, so the mixing, if you can call it mastering, doing all of that, and in the recent ones, starting with Drive, so it's Drive, the remake of Deadly Obsession and Illusion of Control, the drums were programmed by Ryan Van Poederoyen, the RVP, yeah, the guy who was the drummer for Devin Townsend. And you know, he just takes drums to a whole new level. Does an absolutely fantastic work. Of course, has a cost. It's not a collaboration, but worth every penny, like. The job Ryan is doing is absolutely fantastic, and I'm currently waiting for the drums for the new track. So I'll probably have the preview put out maybe tomorrow, maybe on Saturday evening. I really can't wait to hear what he's gonna be doing with it. Alright, so let's go on this level, and I'm gonna be heading off. Oh wow, in Brazil! $300. Oh wait, it's the base game. But yeah, the prices for AAA titles, especially like God, can get really ridiculous with all of the super ultra deluxe editions and whatever they come up with. But hey, we have indies. We have some really good indies. Now, I'll take Insurgency over COD any day. Even over Battlefield. And I used to be a huge Battlefield fan. Then I found out there's a bunch of really cool indie games. So I no longer need the very arcadey work by DICE. Which is unfortunate because Battlefield 2 was fantastic. Absolutely one of my favorites. And the latest installment is just... it's just obscene. Once again, obscene. I think I probably mentioned it before on the stream, so imagine, you know, you're like in 2005, you're enjoying Battlefield 2, let's say you've been enjoying it for like a few years. 2007, you get hit by a car, you go in a coma. And you know, you wake up now, 2023, and hey, like, so what's up with the BF series? What's the latest game? And you open that, you play that, and you see the very arcade gameplay. You see the absolute cringe operators they have. You're like, you know, I don't watch many React videos, but if anyone has been a Battlefield fan and was in a coma since, you know, any of the early BF games till now, I wanna see that reaction video. Oof, oof, no, I have to do better than this. Hey Exo, always cool seeing Exo on the stream, and for anyone who isn't familiar, he is actually the guy who who made However There Are Issues to be a meme. I am serious. So, the very first time a similar message was posted, it was in the very first demonstration of Mirage Arcane Warfare. I think it was the beta, and the guy said something in a similar way to someone else. But then Exo wrote in one of the following videos the phrase, which has become the meme. So yeah, he's the guy who made However There Are Issues into a meme out of all the repeating phrases I have on the channel. So yeah, he's the guy. And always cool singing, absolutely. Alright, yeah, I need to be... almost pretty friendly. Almost died. Anyway, to what he was saying, yes, so... which I also, once again, completely agree with. So, yeah, basically, indie games is where you have all of the innovation nowadays. So you do have the occasional... what's the term in English? There was a term for it in English. Anyway, you have the occasionally, uncommonly innovative AAA title, but that barely ever happens. The innovation you get from the indie devs, and if something is particularly popular, like let's say Battle Royale used to be, I'll be taking that. You'll be seeing the AAA guys try to replicate it. And usually not terribly successfully, in my opinion. So the point being, all the cool stuff is with the indies. Just 20 more seconds of this. Okay, so this is basically survival horror. And my mind can't be changed to any different opinion. Yeah, this is... You know, someone tell me how this is not survival effing horror. Kurva. Yeah, like... No, you basically just gotta survive when it matters. And for that I did. Yeah, but the graphics are cool, like... Not mind-blowing, but very cool. Seriously held up just beautifully. I am very curious about what's gonna be their next project, which, of course, they are working on something. So what that shall be. Oh yeah, man, it never stopped. It never stopped. Even that, like, I was sure he was just pointing at me, gonna spray me any moment now. Seen him? Look at that, just coming from freaking everywhere. If you had a nade, perhaps? Smoke, what can I do? Yeah, this is intense, so I have shotgun guy here. Apologies for the yelling. This stuff is intense. I have a chance of just... You know what? Once again, I get a leave when it matters, and I managed to press the button. And you know, if there was destruction, all of those lovely individuals would have been turned into mince. A human flesh Happy Meal. Anyway, what the comments are saying, so yeah, I haven't seen any... Was there a promise for more death animations? That would have been cool. The ones they have now are cool as they are, but the more the merrier, basically. Anyway, what else? Yeah, let's burn some witches. Yeah, I haven't even seen it, to be honest. Do I have any teammates? Of course not. There was a nade here somewhere. That's the bloody nade. Alright. This should come in quite handy. Ryan secured and don't have to defend. That's kind of a win. But what else? Bad for checking the comments. Let's see. friendly, damn it. Now before I grab new stuff, some things are just a must. And once again I have to absolutely agree with Exo. Absolutely. Customization is very much overdone. Even in the great games. The ones I really enjoy. Too much focus on customization, often it will look just absolutely ridiculous. I would say even in this game. There is way too much customization. As I mentioned, ideally, we just have generic grunts on the security side, dudes in regular civilian clothes on the insurgent side, and that is it. Maybe minimal customization, if any. Yeah, so direct though with the blood spewed. Just cool stuff. And where's their blood pool? What's up with the blood pools? Already have some trouble here. Where they at? Yep. I think we're probably gonna be losing it, but yeah. This will have a one final kill. You know what? Totally worth it. So, alright. Let's try the scene switch thing. Yeah, here we go. So, as you can see, the Insurgency Sandstorm is still absolutely awesome. Do love the game. Had a blast playing it earlier today, and on this stream very much. Very intense, at least in co-op, at least in the local mode. Yeah, great stuff, so hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.